and that part one cut off on me. But to continue with that, we have lost who we used to be as a people, for I think for various reasons, but some of the reasons that I just spoke of a second ago. And I think a huge part of us getting back to who we are and gaining that togetherness and doing it for the next generation is that we are going to have to come back and start adopting those things again that we used to do. So, my solution to some of the problems and some of the not being together in the Black community anymore is that I really think on this day of getting ready to celebrate someone else's heritage and history of, what they believed in on a day called Thanksgiving, is that we need to bring back Sunday dinners, or you could call them family gatherings. That is, just real quick, it was an event, usually that went on a lot of times on Sundays after church service. Now, I'm not promoting Christianity in church service. That's not what I'm promoting. What I'm promoting is the event after that, the Sunday dinner, where everyone would gather at somebody's house, usually grandma, big mama, whatever, pawpaw, whoever, and get together, cook, eat, laugh, play cards, watch football, do whatever it was. Kids go outside and play, but you were a together family. And it brought about love and joy and closeness. I think that's something that because of work and because of time constraints and because we have, like I say, embedded ourselves so much into other people's cultures, we just don't do that anymore. And I think that at this point in time, where we are as Black people, we need to bring that back. We need to reconnect with ourselves. And so, like I say, I believe that is a real, I think that's a thing that would really do a lot to bring back the Black family. We hear all the time, Black people can't get along and this and that, and Black people, every time they get together it's a shooting, it's a fighting, and this, and that's not true. And if it is that, then, we're going to have to get together, the elders with the younger people, and somebody's going to have to put something in these, young kids' heads that, hey, that's not the way that you need to go. That's not building and bringing Black pride to us and to our family and to us as a culture of people, for you to kill, fight, and hurt other Black people, and a good way and place to do that would be at family gatherings, family houses that we would go to as families. Now, many of you may be familiar, if you don't know what I'm talking about, because it hasn't been too long that Black people did that, but if you are not familiar with that, go rent the movie Soul Food. That is exactly what I'm talking about. In that family, they had some problems, they had some issues, somebody almost got killed, stabbed. They had a lot of drama going on. And it may be that. It may be that because we have been so separated. We have been so, we've let so much divide us until we may have some issues like that. But like I say, there's always a rational person in every family. There's always somebody that somebody kind of listens to. That everyone kind of listens to and respects. Now, whether that's, the grandma, the grandpa, or auntie, or something like that, somebody, has to kind of be that voice of reason for everybody until we just get back to the point to where we need to be. So, coming back together as family, coming back together as one, because when we look at when we look at the powers that be and the ones that are pulling so many strings, their main tool is and always have been division. The first thing that happened with the slaves off of the boats was they were divided. Daddies were taken away. Sometimes mom and children, depending on how the child was, had to be separated. But usually if there was a small child, a baby, of course they stayed with the mama. But division was always pretty much the main tactic. Keeping the grandmas and grandpas and all those away from the slaves as they got over here, because of course they would teach them culture and heritage. So we have to separate that. We have to keep that away, because if they have culture and heritage, they're going to be too much for us to break. And so it's the same tactic, and it's a tactic that has worked. But we don't have change. Well, we don't have physical change right now. We're not in a situation as to where we are made to do certain stuff. You know, I understand we have a lot of mental slavery still going on, but not to the point of where you just can't do certain stuff in this society. We can get together. We can have family dinners. We can love and appreciate and accept one another, and get in contact with people that you haven't been in contact with. I mean, like I say, black people used to be close-knit. Black people used to be, you didn't have to know somebody to speak to them, to be nice to them, to smile at them or whatever. It's just the way it used to be. But now we just don't have that. I mean, like I said in the other video, we are so mean and hateful and ugly to one another until, we just really have to break out of that. We really have to break out of that and get back to a point of black togetherness. And it does not need to continue to be these shootings. Black people are coming together on mass levels and coming together in solidarity and unity now because white police keep killing black people, okay? And that is a reason to come together in solidarity. But even more so with that, we need more of that. We need more strength in the black communities, even so that stuff can stop happening. It's all about solidarity and unity. And when they see us divided, when they see us always fighting, when they see us that, black women don't like each other, a black man, will shoot and kill another black man because he stepped on his foot or he just don't like him, he from another set or whatever. That's the foolishness that we have to get away from, because it only benefits other people and it doesn't do anything for us. We have in this generation, in where we are right now, and the way that we as black people live our lives, and I know in my family as well, I have little cousins and so forth that I have never seen and may never see them. I don't know. I'm not in the city, so that's one reason why. So I do think most of it's social media. But we are so divided against one another until we have families who this part of the family has not been talking to that part of the family for generations. And this stuff just comes on down from generation to generation. And nobody really knows why this side of the family don't deal with that side of the family. Nobody really knows why. And when you really get down to the bottom line of it all, the people who may have had a beef with each other probably died in the 50s, 60s, or 70s. You don't even know. But you're still carrying a bunch of foolishness because of who knows what. That is why at these family gatherings, and have the fun, eat the food, meet new people that you haven't met, and invite the ones that you don't want to deal with. At some point in time, invite them. Find out what's the family history. I'm going to make a real short part 3 because I want to talk a little bit about that, about family history. And I'll end this video on this next one.